And a big welcome to Monday night's Tilton Talk Show, sponsored by Image Cleaning. Losing at home against Millwall, not good enough. Playing one at the front at home, not good enough. Playing players out of position again, not good enough. Late on substitutes, not good enough. Dutch might book Mix's next game, not good enough. No passion, not good enough. No pride, not good enough. No points when all below us lose, not good enough. 2 points off the drop, not good enough. Losing the last 3 in a row, not good enough. Brentford away tomorrow night is a tall order, and Barnsley is now a must-win game. Anything less than 4 points from these games, not good enough. Let's get on with the show, because what we witness on the pitch is simply not good enough. As always, strap yourselves in, get ready for the ride on the world's only Tilton Talk Show. And a massive welcome to Monday night's Tilton Talk Show. It's going to be called the Not Good Enough Show tonight, I think. And a massive welcome to guest Mick and Mick from Blues for All. Nothing against our
Nothing
guests.
our guests.
No,
it's not good enough.
Nothing whatsoever against our guests. Mick and Mick from Blues for All, and a very big welcome to Adrian Howell, who's joined us as well in the studio tonight. Mr. Fun and Mrs. Brown are here, as always. Chris is on buttons.
Always not good enough.
And you'll be on smiles. You'll be on smiles all night. Bick and Mick, welcome. Welcome. I know you very well round the Blues, but do let anybody that might not know what you do.
Yeah, sure. We run a supporters club. We're an official supporters group, and we are Blues for All. We're recent winners of the Fans for Diversity Award at the recent FSF Awards.
Should have brought it in with you, actually.
It now resides at the club.
Oh,
so
right.
if you go into any fan goes into the cup reception, you'll pretty much find it there.
Oh, brilliant. Okay, cool.
So it's a proper fan award. So we think it should stay with the fans, so at least everyone can see it.
Perfect.
We've been running for 2 years, since July 2015.
Second request to turn the mics up, Chris. Yeah, go on.
And the group's grown well since. We've quite active within the local Birmingham community.
How many in the group now?
We have a committee of 7, and we've got a growing membership of over 30 people.
Right, okay. Do you want that to grow more?
Definitely,
You definitely want that to grow more. Yeah. Okay, this is what the Tilton Talk Show is all for, isn't it, eh? And how do we get people to join?
You can reach us on pretty much, we've got a website, our contact details are on there. You can contact us through Twitter, also Facebook as well. So pretty much administrators will then look after any messages. So if you get in touch, if you've got any good ideas, if you want to join the group, if you're passionate about the Blues, if you're passionate about your city and you're really proud of where you're from, then we want to hear from you.
Perfect. Oh, wonderful. So you how many followers have you got on like Twitter and Facebook?
Twitter, we've probably got about, I think it's something like 600 followers.
So if you are on Twitter and you wish to join that way, how do they do that? What's the Twitter handle?
It's at blues_4_ all.
Okay. Yeah. At blues_4_ Can you put that one on the message box, Chris, please? And on your Facebook page?
It will just be Blues for All.
Blues for All, straight on Facebook.
You should be able to see it.
Brilliant. Okay. Marvellous. Ray Hobrow, great job Blues for All are doing, so well done for that. Stephen Gill's joined us, welcome to you, and Laura O'Brien as well for the second time. Kev French wants to know, what do you think of Cottrell's idea that Magoma and Boga are in the team before Adams? Chris, down to you. Well, we know Shea's had an injury for a start.
Yeah, he has been injured. He's been back in the squad for at least a month now. and whilst I agree, Magoma and Boga since Christmas have played well, and they've took their chance in the team. You know, they're both playing out wide on either wing, and you know, so they've taken their chance and they've looked lively. However, you know, you've got someone like Adams on the pitch, and it's at home as well. I've seen a couple of points as well. You know, you said in your introduction, one up front, you know, at home not good enough. There's a lot of preconceptions about, you know, positions and set positions, and you know who plays where and things like that. Obviously, you know, he did it again on Saturday. You don't want Gallagher out wide. You don't want Keith Dunbald in the 10.
It didn't work before.
It's ridiculous.
It worked when he put Gallagher up front.
Yeah.
And then he's changed it again, and it's not working now.
But you know, I think that was an act of desperation again on Saturday. It was you know, and that again, you know, I'm not his biggest fan, and he certainly didn't endear himself to me again on Saturday with his decision making. You know, when you're 1-0 down, and you know, the principle of taking a defensive midfielder off and putting Hotter on wasn't necessarily bad, but every decision he makes, it never seems to work. And you know, and then once you go 1-0 down, he brought Adams on, and then he chucked Jutkovic on and put Gallagher left wing. Like, that's gonna, you know, you've taken Magoma and Boga off, both your wingers, and then you stick your striker on who you try and cross the ball to. You know, I don't know. It's just everything he does it seems to be baffling at the moment. But in terms of Adams, you know, I did hear some of his interview. You know, there's no way I'm paying £80 to listen to his full interview for the season. So I don't listen to all of it, but I've heard clips, and you know, I heard him say about we can't play two up front, which I kind of agree with, because we haven't got the strength in midfield. But I did hear him say, you know, Adams doesn't see Adams as a wide player, which worries me, because you know,
how many times has he played out
two
wide?
wins we've had at home this season against Cardiff and Nottingham Forest. Adams has scored the only goal, and it's coming off the wing, off the left wing. So you know, where's your and again, he's still adamant. He's obviously still adamant in his head somewhere that Gallagher's can play out on the left wing. You know, it's somewhere in his head that's still an option for him, and it's worrying. It does worry me a little bit. But
6 million for Jota.
Yeah.
You know, that's our
a lot of money.
Record spending. Sitting on it, 6 million. It's like, you know,
it's like, have you seen the film Space Jam?
Oh, what? Sorry,
Space Jam.
No.
So it's the Disney film, and there's the you got the Bugs Bunny and that lot, and anyway, these aliens come to Earth, and they tried to steal the talent of basketball players, right? And they go to a basketball game, and they steal the ability from these world class basketball players and have it for themselves. There's something going on in that pitch. I've seen Hotter destroy teams, glide past people with ease, and he constantly looks like a frightened little boy. Mark Roberts come to us last season in a Barnsley shirt and looked an absolute beast. And he looks a scared little boy at the back. It's frightening, and it's happened to so many people where you know, we've played teams and you think, my God, he looks good, and then he signs for us, and then you look at him at 6 months later and you're like, hold on, no, who is this guy? This isn't the same player we've just signed.
It just says a lot about confidence as well.
I think, to be honest, let's look at it. The confidence is still a little bit low. I mean, I thought the last few games it came back up. And Saturday, it was back to normal.
Yeah,
we lost that confidence.
Why should it be
and I think one of the biggest problems we had Saturday, we've lost grounds. We swapped the fullbacks out. You know, we've lost that little bit of balance from the back, to be honest.
You didn't need to.
And we did. We have lost a bit of the balance in the back.
Well, I
think they're playing out of position. We need to revert the left back to his original place, a right back, and maybe bring Morrison back into the side to strengthen that back line. And that's where we need to establish ourselves.
But it's clear he doesn't fancy Bramall.
But it's clear
he doesn't
we're going to miss ground.
Can you trust Bramall to play a purist left back role? That's the thing.
You either do that, you either trust him to do that, or you stick with what he's done with Jenkinson at right and Collin at left. But if you're going to do that, you can't moan about it. moan saying we've lost the balance because Collins playing left back when you've got a left back on the bench.
Absolutely.
You can't do that. That's your decision that you've made. You can't moan about the imbalance of the team when it's your choice to do that.
Do you know somebody called Joe Dyer?
I don't think so.
Chris watched Space Jam in Redditch Cinema on Unicorn Hill. I think it was for your birthday. There you go.
Joe Dyer. Come on then, Joe. You're gonna have to elaborate. He obviously knows I lived in Redditch. So.
He was probably invited to your birthday party.
Almost certainly. God, that must have been a while ago.
Yeah, Tommy Murphy agreed Collins should be right back, and you know what? I don't get it. I'm not getting it now. But and that's saying something.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't watch his interviews because I've got to be honest. He really, really gets to me. Grates on me listening to him. Has anybody asking him these questions? Is anybody actually saying in the media from Blues or from WM or from anybody who gets to interview Steve Cottrell? Is anybody saying why have you got a left back and who you're not using and then you're moaning about imbalance? Why, in your right mind, you have got so much experience in the game of football? What makes you think that playing Michael Kieftenbeld in an attacking midfielder role is the right thing to do? Of all your years coaching and managing in football, what makes you? What do you see in Kieftenbeld to suggest that he's our creative force going forward?
Here you go. What it says here. When you only need to make one change in the back four and you make two.
Yeah.
You're making life difficult for you.
And
Mick's right. There is an imbalance, and it's pretty clear that Collins not comfortable at left back. And I've had a little pop at Roberts because he looked shaky, but he's got a new person alongside him at left back, which throws you a little bit. And who was the one who said about making two changes? I can't remember who you said. Sorry, but he's right because you are making life a hell of a lot more difficult for you. We went on a decent little run and we had a bit of confidence with Colin at right back.
That was Warren Sterling.
And then Grounds gets injured, which is unfortunate, and again probably shows a little bit how much we need Grounds.
Around holes.
100%. 100%. I was coming out of the ground and I saw a pal of mine, and that was exactly the thing we said. He is trying to stick so many round pegs in square holes. It's ridiculous. It's like he's saying to himself, okay, I've got 30 odd years experience in football. I know better than every single one of you in this ground. So whatever you're saying, whatever you think, I'm not having it. I'm going with what I think.
Pete Taylor, no one asks Cottrell straight questions. They just get arrogance back off him.
And I think that's the problem,
Burgess, stop blaming Cottrell. I'm not saying he's a great manager, but the players are a joke. The form picks up around the transfer window for new contracts and potential moves.
I wouldn't say that because we were playing well in Jan.
Yeah. We were playing well but being unfortunate, weren't we, at that time?
I think we've got the players.
Yeah, and I don't...
It's just getting the balance and getting the team selection right, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, we're shaping about at the back four, and we don't need to. We've got Morrison on the bench. I think he's due to come back to the back line to strengthen that back line and move the full-back back to right back where he actually belongs.
As Marcus Williams says here, put Colin right back and Jenkinson left.
Yeah. If you want to mix the back four about, then just make the one change, put Jenkinson at left back. But again, the Kieftenbeld in the 10 was weird. Hotter coming on seemed like a good idea. I thought it was harsh on Lowe because the lack of tempo in the first half and the lack of intensity, it could have been any one of those three midfielders.
But to be honest, you look, it was wide open. The game was beckoning for us to take 3 points there. It was so easy.
Yeah, it was.
And it was clear by half time we needed to make that change. We needed a runner. Hotter was the right person to come on. But he actually didn't perform to his best ability. No. And I think Cliftonbelt suffered by not having Davidson playing alongside him, because when them two are playing, you've got that bit of balance,
got that intensity as well,
you've got that strength, and you've got to meet each other, backing each other up. He really missed that. And I think as soon as they can get them two back together, we'll start doing the business.
Well, Kieftenbelt's out for 2 games now, so...
Is he 2 games now?
Yeah, because it's 10 bookings, so... He misses the Brentford tomorrow and Barnsley on Saturday, so it's 2 big games that he's missing now. So
No, it's right. Say again, Chris. Sorry.
I was just saying there's a strange quote from Steve Cottrell, which I've put down on
Just
your what's it? Yeah. This is on, I believe this is in Birmingham Mail. It says it's talking about recruiting players. Then you recruit numbers rather than players. A 6 for them will do a certain job. The 9 will do a certain job. The 7 and 11 will do certain jobs. Are you following?
I've lost it already.
Exactly.
Can you start that all over again for us?
You won't understand it any clearer by saying it twice. I'm telling you now, but I'll try. It takes years, he said. Then you recruit numbers rather than players. A 6 for them will do a certain job. The 9 will do a certain job. The 7 and 11 will do certain jobs.
Is he on about positions, like wingers or what's he on about?
It's easier then to recruit numbers rather than just click players. And then think, right, how are we going to fit them into a team?
Well, I mean, if those words have actually
genuinely worries me.
I'm concerned. I'm concerned. That takes a lot for me to get concerned like that.
But I think the word arrogance. Somebody commented, they don't ask him difficult questions because he'll get arrogant with you. And that strikes me about him.
Paul Hipkiss can't help but think how good this squad would be under Zola's style of play.
No,
I can't see it.
No way.
We're still short of that ball carrier from midfield.
Exactly. We have nobody in midfield.
And I think
absolutely nobody.
That marquee striker that just knows where the net is. Even like someone in the same ilk of Marlon King when we had him. You knew he'd put him away.
Yeah. But it's the midfield, and that was the problem. Mick's right. That game was there to win on Saturday. Millwall were poor.
We had 5-point cushion.
Millwall have done the double over us this season.
I can't believe that.
That's terrible.
They came for the fight, smashing, grabbing that to the throat.
Exactly.
Yeah. There was a comment on a little bit earlier, gents. With all the work that you do close to the club, can you get them to wash the big flag, please? It's still we don't go a week without
smelly flag.
Having the smelly flag mentioned. Good luck everyone from Blues for All. You're doing a great job, guys. Thanks for all your help. This is from Thomas Clayton.
Thanks, Tom.
We'll watch the whole game, the whole thing tomorrow. Shattered, have a great show. Everybody keep right on. And Malkit Singh here says that Lowe is the only one who is composed on the ball and can pick a pass. We do struggle, don't we?
I know Mal. I do know Mal. You know what? He was tidy. There were neat passes, but we just wasn't pushing it forward. We wasn't.
Exactly. It's not that cutting intensity. Edge. It's not that. And I question. It might sound like I'm banging the same old drum over and over again, but I question Cottrell again. What were they doing in training in the week? How were they preparing for that Millwall game? Because if they've prepared for that Millwall game, and the first half was so Cottrell moaning at the fans, having a go at the fans, saying it was like an end of season game. You made that an end of season game because that's what it looked like on the pitch. On the pitch, it looked like an end of season game.
Don't mean to throw a spanner in the works. We're mentioning Cottrell a lot, but it's a coaching team as well. And it makes you wonder. It makes you wonder then. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Everybody else
as
doing?
As said here a few minutes ago, great coach, useless manager. I don't know. That's
possibly,
that's for the people to decide. Kev Kelly, Mark Roberts is out of form and looked a shadow of the player we signed. Jenkins is a liability all day. Not once did we get beyond the opposition's back four. Not a single cross. That is so poor. It's untrue.
Yeah,
that is so poor. It is absolutely.
It takes us so long to get the ball forward. We're so slow in going through the transition.
One of our
through the
biggest
stages.
problems. You look at the game Saturday. And the goalkeeper had the ball more times than any of the strikers. He kept pushing forward, getting back to the goalkeeper, back to the forward, back to the...
But that must be
the ball. But there was that many gaps from the midfield, from the back line.
Yeah.
We could have pushed forward, and that's when he made that change at half-time. We needed somebody to carry that ball because there was great big gaps and we never utilised it.
100%.
We never got on top of it.
Our atmosphere was flat. And, even you heard the boos. We all heard the boos, just playing the ball back to Stockdale.
But that must be something they work on. So they're saying, listen, we're going to build from the back. We're going to be patient. We're going to, if it means we go back to Stockdale and start again, we do it. But then you've got to have, like you say, you've got to have that next step because it was that whole first half. It was just back. We've got no options forward, so we'll go back again. We'll start again. oh look, no options forward, we'll go back again. And it was that the whole first half, and that's why there were boos, and that's why it was flat. Well, one of the reasons it was flat.
But what was Keith doing playing in the number 10 role?
Exactly. Well, just say that again. Michael Kieftenbeld was in the 10 role. It's almost as bad as when he put Doy in the 10 role.
I can see him playing tomorrow night, to be honest.
Well, he'd have to because the Kieftenbeld's not playing. He doesn't like Lowe, obviously, which is why he hooked him at half time. So he's got no other choice. So he's going to be left with that idiot again. But Kieftenbeld, just look at him as a player. Just watch him for 2 games. Cottrell's been his manager for 3 or 4 months now. He actually thinks that he's the creative force we need.
Can I just take?
I wouldn't say he's a creative force.
Of course he's not.
He's a workhorse in the middle.
And like you say, when him and Davis are in the middle, they're perfect together.
Yeah.
As long as you've got another one.
We need another one that can spread.
Do you know what I mean? Exactly.
There are just a couple of comments coming in, Chris. Right, Alan Osborne. We missed Undoy. Dennis.
No, don't gloss over that. Don't gloss over that.
And we
they're obviously having a
Roy
joke.
Hayward.
But I'm not having it. I'm not having it.
Well, I'm only going by what the people are saying.
Just stop it. Stop. I don't even want the joke.
It's the opinion of
because we are in serious trouble of going down. We've got no. The performance on Saturday was horrendous, and you think it's hilarious to bring that back into it.
Rob Dawes says they do the goalie pass backs to draw the attackers in to tire them out.
Which is all well and good. But Mick said it was kind of
working.
working.
There needs to be a plan B. We have no plan B.
But then it finishes off with an outlet ball, which ends up going long.
Exactly.
Because when you get closed down so far deep, then how many times do you see then Roberts being last with the ball, and then he just ends up he just plays the long ball,
and it was kind of like you say, it was kind of working because Gregory and Morrison were trying to close us down, and there was gaps for Gardner and Lowe to drive into, but they weren't driving. They were just, like you said, low, calm passes, nice 10-yard passes sideways,
tidy, but there's no penetration.
You're not getting anywhere with it, which is why it was so easy for Millwall to defend against. And I think with an hour gone, Harris must have looked at it and gone, they got nothing. They're not giving us. They're not attacking.
No disrespect. This was Millwall at home.
I know exactly.
You know what I mean.
And they've come to us, and with half an hour left, he's looked at it and gone, I tell you what, we can beat these. So he's made an attacking change, and the sub's got the goal.
He's got the goal, definitely.
Do you know what I mean?
The guy's hitting by us. Says to us, he's bringing his sub on.
Yeah.
He'll probably score.
He said to us, he'll probably score this kid.
Yeah.
And he did. Tempted fate, but
Brentford away tomorrow night. Now that scares me.
We've got no chance.
That scares me.
I know. You said we need 4. 4 from 6 is the only thing you'll take, and
I think if
Vic said,
well, what I'm saying is anything else
it'd be a good to nick
good
something.
If we can nick something, if we can get something, he can set us up nicely for Saturday. And I'm hoping, I mean, how many of us expect us to be Reading when we did? And we put a good performance in, and everything went well. And hopefully, if we can tune into that sort of psyche, we can do something.
Well, I just hope he makes a change at the back. I hope that he gets back to the right back and brings Morrison in as that extra person, and even probably move Roberts at left back. To be honest, because I think that's our strength now, and Morrison being on the bench for so long, he'll be up for it as well, and I think he'll get a good performance. And I think if we can get that back line settled, I think the rest will come.
If he's that desperate for the balance, and the only way he wants,
I can see
the only way he can get Bramall
in
the side is to go with the back five, and you might be right. You might be right, especially with the lack of the midfielder now, with no Kieftenbeld. He might go 3 at the back, bring Morrison in, and then he can play Bramall left wing back there. That might be the case tomorrow.
Do you know what? It's making me so angry. We could have had that 5-point cushion.
Yeah, could have been.
And that's 2 games that we've got to lose. 2 games that somebody else has got to win before.
And you watch a game and you're thinking we were lucky to still be in this, but that game, I mean, it was just there for the taking. And
it was. Yeah.
We really should have put it on them. And you think, where's the fight,
again,
passion, desire?
Said we were the better team. We were still the better team. You're living on cuckoo land.
Yeah. Let's be honest, we never really tested the goalkeeper.
Nothing, exactly.
Except
Gardner's
free kick early on. It just went past the post. I've seen it. And then we've had another one that just went past the post.
The only save the keeper's made is in injury time.
And everything was from outside the box.
Exactly.
Nothing created inside the box at all.
You can't say we
I
were the
did
better
say,
side.
ladies and gents, girls and boys, that this was called the Not Good Enough Show tonight, and I think it's about right. It's about right. Dabba dabba dabba. Stephen Smith. Why didn't we bring anyone in the window? Well, we can't answer that, Stephen. Only those.
Well, we can. We couldn't afford it.
Well,
couldn't afford it, and clearly he didn't fancy, or they wouldn't let him have any loans.
I think if we do bring in anybody, they've got to be clearly, obviously, that it's not a development player, it's not one for the future. They've got to be able to hit the ground running and do the business.
Somebody mentioned earlier, what about the under-23s? Now, my issue with that is that we're in a predicament at the minute. We're in a mess. If we were in a safe position now,
you could give them more of a
I'd
try.
fly them in. I'd fly them in left, right,
Blood
and
them
centre.
in, definitely.
But don't know.
It can hurt the development, something like that. Do they really want to be in a toxic playing in that kind of atmosphere? And
if we go down, they'll always have that alongside them. Right? Yeah, they were brought into the team, and we still went down. You know, it can harm a player's development.
Yeah. Alan Osborne, yes, I agree with you 100%. Do you not think this long road has got to end?
I don't think it will, no.
It was a bad start this season. I mean, from all the optimism.
Dean Emma says, Mick and Mick, Blues stars. You're absolutely right, Dean. These two guys do so much for the community, and
thank you.
Let's go back and talk about the diversity award that you actually won.
Yeah, sure.
Where was that? Where was the? I can't remember where the presentation was held.
The event was in London, actually.
Yeah, it was Tower Bridge. We were playing. It was all right first, but then Sky decided to change the Wolves game on the same night.
Right.
So whilst we were at the awards, everybody kept coming up to me saying, "You know you're 1-0 down. You know you're 1-0 down." And I had one of the Brentford guys, Billy the Bee. He was there, and he basically kept coming over to me saying, "You're still 1-0 down, mate. You're still 1-0 down." And then he came over, especially thinking, "Have we made it 1-1?" And he's gone and said, "You know, Harley Dean's been sent off." And I was like, "Oh, cheers, thank you." So we've just won an award, and we're all looking at our phones and just seeing the updates. So it was a bit of a surreal environment to be in. You know,
you can always trust Blues, can't you?
But I just wish. I mean, I wish that we was able to. Wish I was able to, because I went that night and I was able to just not focus on the game, because you're just looking at the scores coming through.
Was all 92 teams involved in the awards then?
It's possibly, and in the Premier League as well.
Okay.
So it's all clubs. It's all clubs in the Football League. And they were the Kick It Out panel. They
I've still got the original T-shirt for that. You know, they've got like a little corner with "Kick It Out" written above it.
Be probably worse.
So was it a shortlist?
They shortlisted a few of the groups.
Okay.
I think there were 6 of us, and it was.
So what other clubs were you in with?
So there was the Lincoln City. There's Punjabi Wolves. I'm just trying to think who else was there. There was the fan. The food banks that they do. It's Liverpool.
Yeah.
There was a few others, and
good competition then.
Yeah, I mean, there was the Pride groups as well. So Pride Palace and also Pride Lily Whites.
Oh, yeah.
And to be honest, them groups are massive. They've done so much. So we were just, to be fair, we were happy to just have a seat at the table, and we were shocked. We were shocked to win the award. It's always nice because you get talked about. It's national. You get to meet a lot of people, and you learn a lot of each other.
Team talks. You want to go at them?
Team talks.
Yeah.
Don't know. I might have to give
an
one
half-time team talk. You know what I mean?
Well, I've been running football clubs for 20 years. I've packed up about 10 years. I've been a referee as well. So team talks, nothing. Yeah. At the end of the day, you see your team in the first half, and then you try and put it right in the second half if you haven't put it right in the first half. But it don't seem to be happening to us.
No,
just
can't change it. Even, I mean,
and I think sometimes it's luck as well. You just need some of that luck. I mean, when you think when we were back in the day at the start of the season, we lost Vassell. Probably the best striker we was going to have all season, and he went down. And now, at a time when Grounds is probably Player of the Year, we lost him for the rest of the season, and it does unsettle us.
Yeah,
it really does. But just saying, going back to about the Diversity Award, I mean, last year we were shortlisted, and like we've only been going for 2 years. We've been only live for 2 years, and it's been fantastic.
Both years.
Both years.
And to actually go on and win it,
doing something right.
It's fantastic, and I mean, I'll get a lot of the glory for it. I know I'm the chairman, but Pixie's the one who does all the groundwork and the team round us. You know, really follow it up, and it's amazing what we've done and the results we've had from and the support we've had from a lot of people. And to
It's
be
been
fair to the
brilliant.
club,
It's been brilliant, yeah.
the support has been fantastic.
Yeah.
When we actually started about 2.5 years ago, I mean, it was a meeting at the Blues with some of the team and some of the supporters. It just started from that, and then it just developed, and then all of a sudden became the chairman. And there it was, Fans for Diversity. Now, Fans for Diversity, me and Bix have been having this conversation. I was doing that. There's some photographs back in the day, in the 70s, when we had a proper team, diversity, all races, all colours. So it's really in our own interest to push that and try and develop a player that we've been trying to do.
Yeah.
And open it nationally too. And my idea, I'm going to have this conversation with Bix all the time, that we've got to, Asian people have got to involve their wives a lot more.
Families,
and get the kids from grassroots. If we can get them down to the ground, and this is what we've been doing with the churches, the temples and mosques, and we've gotten round and, we've picked up all these community people and we've got them to the grounds.
Why is it, do you think there's so few Asians in football then?
I think it's cultural now, more than probably anything. I think 20 years ago, people talked about race, and they still talk about racism now, but I think it's more cultural. I think a lot of families are keen to get their children educated, get middle-class type jobs, possibly don't see football as a good career path. There's a lot of effort, dedication that parents have to do in terms of getting your children training. That's one argument. Another argument could be parents could just feel, is it worth it? Is my kid, is my child, is my son or daughter, are they going to be able to get picked? Are they going to progress like the others? So there's a lot of stereotypes and a lot of boundaries we've got to still break. But ultimately, I think culture is a big one. I mean, look at our club. Look where we're based. And if you look at our stands, if you look in the stands,
Couldn't be more multicultural, could it? Really, where St Andrews
where we
is?
are,
Yeah.
But how many of those kids from the local schools come to games, and how many of the parents encourage them and say, "Yeah, go"? I think we've spoken to the club. The club have sent tickets, free tickets. They've tried to have open days for schools, but the uptake on it has been very low.
Right.
So since our introduction, we've tried to bridge that gap and just try and say, well, you know what? Instead of just giving someone tickets, or family tickets, to say come to a game, they can piggyback with us. They can meet us before a game. They can meet the fan groups who then turn up and have their photos. They can be made to feel like stars and actually wanted and think, oh yeah, you know what? This is really good. Win or lose, it's great if they come and see a win. Obviously, it's a different environment, different atmosphere. But ultimately, we're not naive to think just because a child or family turn up once, they're not necessarily going to come again. But at least, you know what? They live in Birmingham. They've been to St Andrews, and maybe that kid who's 8, when they're older, they'll have that affinity with the club and think, that's my team, and to say, that's my team, I support them, and they might be able to be in a position to just buy their own tickets and go. There's plenty of ticket incentive schemes, plenty of deals available for schools. So when we do our networking, that's what we try and promote and encourage. So where you get the argument that ticket prices are really overpriced and really expensive, there are for grassroots teams, charities and schools, they can sign up to these schemes, but it's just a case of who takes these children to the matches. It's the parents, it's families. So that's ultimately,
my biggest thing is to try and get more women involved. If you can get your wives involved,
is this more Asian women?
Asian women, especially Asian women. You've got to get the kids involved, and once Bix has given experience on the ladies. We've been to the ladies' games. We've took kids, we've took coaches. And we have taken and a couple of them have been mascots. Yeah. So we are trying our best, really, to be honest.
There's a lot.
There's so much there.
You say you're trying your best, right? Yeah. You are the best. You've just won a national award. There is nobody to compete with you. All right, you are the best at what you're doing. So keep it up.
Thank you.
Keep up the good work.
That's fantastic. We're trying to encourage people. Grassroots of football, all these little clubs. The thing is, it's not Man United, it's not Liverpool, it's not Arsenal, it's not Man City. We want a Birmingham City. Your local people, you get them in there, give them that experience, hope to give their families that experience, and it's fabulous. Yeah. And when you get that pride that come back and they're going to come and they join the incentive scheme. That's fantastic to us.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
And I love, you know what? I love the repeat visits as well.
Yeah.
So you've been, you have the groups that you've brought naturally. Some of them haven't come again, but then you get quite a few that have been again.
Yeah.
And then they let you know that we're coming again. Oh, we're bringing 6 people this week, and we've got a few moms coming with us, and they're up for it now. They want to actually come and watch this game, and so it's
breaking
quite positive.
that barrier. Yeah, just breaking through that barrier. Yeah.
And then I mean,
you just got to keep chipping away at it. That's and it's like this. 7 years ago we didn't exist 7 years ago, so there we are. So.
And then I came along.
Yeah, and you look at it. You look at it from our point of view as well.
Yeah, we were.
We was nobody. We used to go to the meetings, and people used to look at us and thinking, "Well, who are they?"
Yeah.
And bear in mind, I've been going there, and I've played with the players when I was actually 15, 16. That I went to St Andrew's School all my life. So we'd only have the road, and the footballers used to come in. We used to train with them on that clay. I've got that fabulous relationship with them players back in the 70s. So
I think that's a big part of it as well. It's in your heart as well. It's in your DNA, and that's what makes.
Somebody who's been going to matches. I mean, I've been going for 56 years.
You poor thing.
56 and joys and sorrows. We'll talk about the sorrows.
Yeah.
But it's in there. That's
sorrows and
it's
sorrows.
rooted in you. Birmingham City is rooted in you.
Yeah.
And we've just had that play at the theatre last year as well.
Yeah.
And it was all about. The focus was on football. It was called the Strikers. And we had Villa,
So we had Stadium
and Blues,
Yeah.
and that was another fantastic experience, all from what we've been actually doing, and brought the grandkids through to it as well, which was fabulous.
Yeah.
Well, I've got to say congratulations to my granddaughter, actually. It was her first game a year ago yesterday. Ava, there she is.
Congratulations, well done.
Well done.
Yeah.
And my grandson's in his two games now, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Steve Portman sent you a message at Accessi Blues will always support you guys at Blues
Thanks, Steve.
for All.
They've
And
been
we've got
brilliant.
another message here from Accessi Blues now. We need some help. Here we go. This is what the Tilton Talk Show is all about.
Go for it.
Accessi Blues are looking for a kind fan who would be able to pick up and drop off a disabled fan from Acox Green every match for the remainder of the season. Please contact Steve Portman, or Accessi Blues. Contact them and see if we can get this done. So that's to pick up a disabled fan from Acox Green for every home match. Well, it says every match for the remainder of the season. I should imagine.
Yeah.
Probably home games, wouldn't it be? Yeah.
Right. Contact Steve Portman. Let's see if we can get that done tonight, please. It would be good. That would be wonderful. Acox Green. Oh, come on, there's loads of you around Acox Green.
Yeah.
Oh, haven't you done it? Haven't you sorted it out yet? Blimey. Don't forget, lovelies, all you've got to do is share this on your personal Facebook page, and you will be in with the opportunity of winning a prize next week. Can't see the clock tonight, so keep me on the time. 7 minutes past 8 already. Could we do the competition now, Chris? Would that be good? Yeah, lovely. We'll get one of these fine gentlemen to...
Yeah.
Wonderful, thank you very much. Okay, now this is from the shares last week. All you've got to do is, as I say, share this Facebook stream on your personal page to be in for a shout out for some prizes next week. And this week's winner is, drum roll,
John Bullingham.
John Bullingham.
Bullingham, yeah.
John Bullingham, thank you very much.
Well done, John.
We will get in touch with John in case he's not listening, yeah? I'm sure he'll be on last week's thing, yes. And then we'll get some prizes sent off to you. Thanks ever so much for doing that.
Oh, you're welcome.
What's next for you? What have you got on the cards at the minute?
Right now, for Saturday, we've got some guests coming for the Barnsley game. They're from the local Hindu community.
Yep.
So I was in touch with the club earlier today to just let them know. Hopefully they're going to meet a few of some of the players from the under-23s before the game. They've seen what we do, and they're keen to try and promote it within the Munders, the temples that are just in the local area. So you've got the Munder by where the McVee's pub was, and you've got the one on Walford Road. So BPM Munder as well. So I'm looking forward to that one. So just getting that finalised.
How many are we looking at for that one?
It could be between 6 and 10, but it's a case of however many come, we're going to meet them.
Yeah.
So just take them round. So take them to like cop reception, introduce them to the girls on the reception desk, and then basically walk down to the main stand, meet some of the under 23s, just give them a bit of a tour really of what's going on. And then obviously when they're with us, people we say, all the fans that we say hello to, you know, we'll introduce them and just let them know. And what they really want to do then is when the game's finished, after the game, they want to share it, they want to put it on social media, they want their communities to know that they've actually been to St Andrews.
So we've been doing this, chasing this one for about a year now. We've had several meetings with the guys, and it's took us a year to get at this stage, and I think they really want to promote it now. They've seen the work that we've actually done, and they've seen some of the groups that have actually been to the games, and they've seen the feedback. So hopefully, it'll just
open some floodgates. It'll just there's quite a few Munders nearby, near the Blues ground anyway. I mean, the one BPM, I think they've got a membership of 7,000, and can you imagine then if the portion of kids that came, if they come with their, you know, it's only a small fraction you could say, but it'll be good.
You just don't know what it's going to develop. You know.
Whilst the ground is only, I mean, we're not at capacity, but we're 20,000 our home attendances now. It's near that mark. We've still got spare seats. The other thing is, I mean, these aren't freebie tickets or anything. They're not complimentary or anything. These guys are actually buying their tickets and coming. So fair play to them. They want to. I mean, there might be Man U fans. There might be fans of other clubs, but they're Birmingham people ultimately, and they haven't been to St. One of the guys has been to St Andrews before, so he came with us, and he's. I think he championed it from his corner.
Big shout here from a gentleman called Craig Coates. We have done some work in the community with football groups, and most of the kids are wearing Man United, Barcelona, Chelsea shirts. We need to change that.
It's a big no-no. Yeah, definitely agree with you, Craig. There.
Couldn't do it. Is it true Balak signed a pre-contract for the summer when contract up at Arsenal? I don't know, to be fair.
No, I don't know. I thought he'd gone on loan to Warsaw.
He had done, but he expressed an interest of coming back to Blues and said he really loved his time here. Okay. But for me, he was a quality player, really comfortable on the ball, and I think he can push him forward as well. He can play midfield. You don't come from Arsenal.
No, of course.
And not have something about you.
Yeah, definitely.
Robert Doyle wants to know: are you linked with diversity groups from other clubs? And if you are, do you give the B6 ones a wide berth?
B6, they We spend a lot of time with some of the other groups as well. We talk to them. There's Up Not Albion. They're a new group from the Baggies, obviously, and we've spent some time with them just a few weeks ago, and we're just talking about best practice really, and how we can develop within our own communities. So because of the status now of the group, we're getting contacted by a lot of the heads, and they're asking. We've had contact from Punjabi Spurs as well. So they want to meet and talk to us, and we do spend some time. So I know quite a few of the heads, and they with having the award, they think, okay, I want to talk to these guys.
Ask you about
crazy.
The Hindu lads that you're bringing on Saturday. Like I said, you say it's taken you a year to generate their interest. Winning that award, do you think it piques people's interest? And,
credibility. It gives you a lot of credibility. I mean, I sat with Sam Taylor from the club, with members from the Temple. We sat down, we spoke to them, and they're really apprehensive about actually signing up for the ticket incentive scheme. And I was there just to talk about the benefits from what the Highgate Sikh Temple have done, and how many trips we've had, and how much money we've raised with the young kids, and we've brought many to quite a few games. But they were still, they still wasn't keen, still weren't fully committed, and so I think this hopefully will be the icebreaker we need. So if they'll come, and you know what, if you see us, I mean, most of the fans anyway, most of the followers as well of the show, they know who I am, they know who my dad is. Guys, we say hello pretty much. If we're there early enough, we'll pop in a happy abode, say hello to Adrian, and usually the artists that are there. So, and then the day continues from there, and then we just make them feel part of the family. Like it is a BCFC family. It's not a cliche. It's a real thing.
Very much so.
And then once you're in it, you're in it. Once you've got that bug, you've got that bug.
Of course. Yeah.
Stephen Gill, keep up the good work, guys.
Thank you.
Lots of nice messages coming in like that. Kev Kelly, joys and sorrows. Were there any positives out of the Millwall game?
Yeah, there was.
What?
We went a place up, didn't we?
No, yeah.
we moved up a position.
We're the only team that could do that in the last game of the season, aren't we? Yeah, losing. We
moved up a position.
Gardner was okay.
I think it just gave the opportunity for Jenkinson as well to probably just try and get match fit, because I wasn't that impressed, to be honest.
Well, from what I heard from Cots, I don't think Cots thinks Shea's anywhere near match fit yet at the minute.
He didn't apply himself. I don't
He's
think.
not playing.
Yeah.
To be honest, though, he's lacking in confidence. Let's be honest about it, because he's not having the run in the team. If you're not having the run in the team, you're not going to be sitting there running around and going to give us 100%. He needs a run in the team. Whether
what is the definition of match fit?
Fit enough to play a 90
Exactly. And how do you do that?
By playing
matches of football.
Exactly.
So again, he's dug himself a hole again. So he says Adams isn't match fit enough. I can't play Adams on the wing.
He didn't say that.
I can't say Adams on the wing because
that was my interpretation of what he was saying.
So if you're saying I can't play Adams on the wing because he's not, the two guys are playing well and he's not fit enough to outplay some for 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Play him in the under-23 games then, or get him.
Just on
get
that
him
half time against Crewe 0-0. Okay. Justin Byrne, you know Justin Byrne?
Justin, yes.
He said mixing my old gaffer.
Yes.
There you go.
Hiya, Justin.
Any bad words to say about Justin?
Nothing.
All good.
Keep on.
Good stuff.
Matt Wilkes says positive that I won a signed shirt. I assume that was from the red envelope.
I was just going to come on to the red envelopes.
Yeah.
Did anybody actually win anything out of the red envelopes? Could we have a little...
Matt Wilkes won a signed shirt.
A signed shirt for Matt Wilkes, well done to you.
5 people won a season ticket.
What, between them?
Yeah. No, with the numbers on there, yeah. I think everyone won something, didn't they?
No.
You got the little, whether it was a voucher for a drink or something, or something to eat. Everyone got one of them,
I saw somebody put a funny comment on Facebook with no win this time.
That was on the back. So
I got you.
I think like Matt's just put he won a signed shirt. I think a few people got something on the back which might have been a signed shirt or something from the club shop. But everybody got a voucher for food.
Ray
or
won
drink
2
products.
Twix.
Awesome.
Dave Twine, no. Paul Gill, no. I won a hot dog from Wazza. Ian Lamas, no. Dennis, positive, I didn't go. Let's have a look. Stockdale threw the ball to a player for second game running. On a positive, that was a positive from Paul.
He loves his kicking, doesn't he?
He does, yeah.
He does love his kicking.
Yeah.
But Paul also says my pie was hot this week. Who rate all the pies? Who rate all the pies?
That's got to be at least a 7. A hot pie's got to be at least a 7.
And I did see Ray Hobro also put a picture of a pie on the Tilton Talk page, I think it was. So he might have the full-time job on who rates all my pies. Does Ray go to many away games?
I'm not sure. He goes to a few, I think.
Yeah, because it's the away ones I'm really more interested in. We know those are okay. Apart from
meat and potato pie was very good. We want a figure, Ray, out of 10.
Andrew Cave, I saw stewards going through about 500 envelopes at half time and won nothing except £1 off a drink. Well, they shouldn't have even been touching them.
Girl got a job today.
Yeah.
Nothing on the draw, but a free hot dog.
There we go.
And there we go.
There's Ray's pie.
Can't be bad. What happened to Pie Watch this week? Well, we're just on it at the minute, Dennis. So.
The Balti pies are good.
No, I've had this.
I had one Saturday.
He gets some grief.
I didn't not like it. The quality was good. It was hot and everything.
Yeah.
But Balti shouldn't be in a pie. That's just my opinion.
That is such a controversial view.
No, but if you've got expansive taste
my
buds,
Balti pies.
I think it's
glad
good.
that- I'm glad that the bank standard started to get him right now.
I had one on Saturday and I killed it. So yeah.
Ray's rated the pie 8 out of 10 for this week. Thank you, Ray. If you
Trust me,
That's not bad, eh?
Trust me, if I give a Balti pie a seal of approval, then it's got to be authentic and it's got to be good.
Yeah.
You know, coming from me. So yeah.
Hashtag Nick out. Shut up, Nick. Multipliers at
So
ace.
you're going to get it.
Dear
You're
me.
getting it now.
I've opened the can of worms. All right, I've opened the can of worms. Sorry, it's just my personal opinion. I like Balti with rice. Yeah, that's just and lots of cardamoms in the
Benji
rice.
Smith, Balti shouldn't be in a pie.
Yeah,
Are you
Benji.
sure? No. He's questioning you.
Oh, he's questioning me.
questioning
Oh, dear
you.
me. Balti can be in anything with a lager. Put your Balti in your lager then, Ray. That's what I say to you. Ladies. Oh. Terrible result the weekend, but they played really well, apparently.
Yeah, gutting result. I mean, considering we were playing Man City, I'd be inclined to say that was arguably our best performance of the season.
Yeah.
Went 1-0 down relatively early on. A deflected free kick, and Katzenberger made the save, and the City striker nipped in and put them ahead. And at that point, you think 1-0 down against Man City, you're in a cup tie, you are struggling. But I have to say, I genuinely, for the first time against Man City, I mean, we've come close against Man City a number of times. For the first time, I genuinely thought we had them. We equalised before half time with Ellen White rounding the goalkeeper and scoring. And then in the second half, we had a couple of chances. Emma Follis dragged a shot wide. Rachel Williams went through one-on-one and pulled it back rather than having a shot, and there was no one in the box. I thought we committed ourselves really well, and we actually we looked like we were having a go as well. We weren't just sitting back waiting for extra time. We give as good as we got against a side full of internationals, full of really good players. So we went to extra time, and I think they scored just before half time in extra time. In the second half of extra time, we hit the post again. Charlie Wellings having a long range shot, which was well saved. And then City hit us on the break towards the end and made it 3-1. So they progressed to the quarterfinals. But application, ability, technical ability wise, arguably our best performance of the season against the second best team in the country. But I can't fault any of the players. Their effort, their endeavour, their ability was we matched them stride for stride, which is testament to how well they played.
How was Mel's return?
Yeah, Mel Lawley played, come back. She played left wing. I think she played about 70 minutes. She was up against Jess Carter. And Jess's athleticism and strength is ridiculous. She gets better week in, week out, and like I said, Mel is rapid off the block and tricky. I think she got cut inside once in the first half and had to make a good save from her, but I think she struggled to get the better of Jess. They didn't really make the most of her, and she got took off after about 70 minutes. But it was good to see her back. She got a good reception coming back.
It's also great to see Berger back.
Oh, amazing! Yeah, we were talking about it earlier. The journey she's been on, and like I said, the biggest testament I can give to Anne is that it's like she was never away. 3 months ago she was diagnosed, and it feels like just nothing's happened. And that's the biggest credit I can give her. Her attitude has been nothing short of inspirational, really, over the whole situation.
So out of the cup, next game.
Out of the cup, next game we've got Man City again on Wednesday night in the league.
Is that at
Solihull Moors? Wednesday night. So I think if you went to the cup game, it's half price entry for the league game as well. So if you're not sure about going and you went to the cup game, come down. It's half price. Tickets are only, I think they're £8 on the day. If you want to come down as well. And speaking to Mark afterwards, I think he's desperate to get that win over them. And I think Wednesday night, obviously we played at 120 minutes on Sunday. They've got a big game against Chelsea in the league on next weekend, so their focus might not be massively on this one, and it might be our chance to finally get one over them. Hopefully.
Well, good luck, ladies. Hopefully, we're going to get some ladies in shortly soon.
Yes, hopefully.
More news on that to come. Great comment here from Lisa Bunn. Are we sure that my Balti pie was match fit? Actually, Lisa, no, the answer to that is probably not.
Almost certainly not match fit.
I don't know whether it was match fit or not. So what I'm going to do,
on
guess, Saturday, I'm going to have another one.
The definition of a Balti pie goes against everything that match fit stands for.
I've been called the Jeremy Clarkson of the Tilton Talk. Oh, I love it. Okay, I'll try another Balti pie the weekend. All right.
Yes,
okay. I'll go for it again.
I like that.
I'll go for it again.
That's a good attitude to adopt.
Yeah.
Always give a second chance.
It might change our fortunes.
Yes, it might. Yeah. Which game did you try the Balti pie in?
I can't remember.
Oh,
no, I can't remember. I could.
yeah.
There you go. I've been reinstated. No, thanks, Ian.
Yeah.
No, I'm not on any commission. Nobody on the Tilton Talk show is on any commission whatsoever. No. Steve Gill says, "How is Mel not called up for England and brilliant for Anne? So proud of her."
Mel Lawley has been. I think she's in and around the England squad. I think she's called up to the recent one. Phil Neville's announcing his first squad. Should be announcing his first squad soon for the She Believes Cup, which is in America.
How is Mel not called up for the England?
Yeah. So she, I think she's been in the last one, and I'd expect her to be in. Well, I'd expect her to be in the squad for the next 5-10 years.
And news just in the England 23s are currently winning 2-0.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Good stuff.
Yeah. So Phil Neville will be announcing his England squad for the tournament soon.
Here comes the comedy. We're into the last half hour almost of the show. Cottrell is playing a sausage roll Saturday in place of a Balti pie. Here we go. All right. I want to, for the last half an hour, just have a little bit of a laugh then. Anything you can think football related to do with food?
Anything football related to do with food?
Like a footballer's name where you just change part of it.
Okay.
Like Kenny Jacket Potato, for instance.
Okay.
I think we did this a few years ago.
Okay. Yeah, no.
Can't we nick
They're all going to be absolutely rubbish.
Yeah, but keep them clean. Please keep them clean. It's absolutely a must. Paul Ipka says, Robbo for manager. Can Cottrell sit still? His head is covering Mick.
Yes.
Right, okay.
Is that me?
Did you put a picture of Cottrell up then?
Why am I Cottrell there? That's my biggest worry.
Chris Pugh explained the game of Andrews scorer McCoy 47th minute. No, hang on.
Huh?
I was reading one and then another one clicked down. Explain the game of invisible football. Don't know what that is.
Invisible football?
No, I haven't got that one. So,
I don't know. It'd be quite exciting. I don't know who gets to decide the rules.
In their corner, we've got Tony Curry so far. Phil Kebab.
Phil Bab, yeah. Very good.
That's a good one.
No, quite like that one.
That's sharp.
Quite like that one. Oh dear. And Super 6 this week. How did you do?
No, 7.
7.
7.
I think I've got 7 or 6.
Yeah.
7 or maybe 7.
7.
Yeah.
I haven't done. I think I've missed.
Are you back
3 recently?
10 again?
Missed 3.
That's a disaster. How did you manage to do that? You get emails and all sorts.
Well, I don't check my emails first of all, so that wouldn't help. I think we were away for 2 of them. We were away for the weekend, and I didn't get round to doing it. So I leave it late, you see. So I've left it too late.
We've got Pat Rice, Alan Ball tea, very topical. Ray, very topical, very topical. Oh dear. My mother, she does not like me. I better read that.
Read it first.
How long was it since? How long was you a referee for?
About 4 years.
Just win it.
Go on.
It's just won it, yeah.
Chicken
tikka, Mo Salah.
That's
won it. That's
got to be.
Michael Morrison.
Everybody stop. No, stop. Stop now. You're not beating it. You're not beating it. You're not beating chicken tikka.
That's the best one.
Harry Redknapp.
Standing.
Yeah.
That's the good one.
Sorry, mate, how long were you a refereeing for?
I refereed 4 years.
Professionally?
The over 35s,
Right.
Central Warwickshire. I've done a cup final for Club Sporting. Paul Hendry was. Is it Paul
Lee Hendry.
Lee Hendry's
Hendry's dad. Yeah.
Paul Hendry was playing for Club Sporting. I should have actually sent him off, but he was lucky he got away with it.
Should have sent him off.
And they won 5-1.
Should have sent him off. You bottled it.
Well, it was such a game. When I seen the replay, you don't get a replay then.
No,
VAR back then. When I see it now, he should have had the red.
TV, yeah.
But he put his arm round me, and it was a yellow card was good enough.
Sweet touch,
yeah. I was actually man of the match as well, by the way.
Oh,
yeah.
What, as a referee?
As a referee.
Yeah.
Is that for real? They gave
They gave the game, yeah.
Because it was a very tough, two really tough teams.
Yeah.
It's professional football, isn't it?
yeah.
I got man of the match by the chairman of the league. So it was
that's pretty cool, isn't it? You must be the only referee to have ever accomplished that ever in the history of football. Kelly, Chris Pugh, I've asked this before. What's the percentage chance of Blues staying in this division, and also the likelihood of Cottrell being manager next season? We'll start off. Sorry, I've just seen Pizza Crouch come in.
Pizza Crouch.
Chip and pie.
No, just
chip and pie.
It's gone.
It's
gone.
It's gone now. You're not going to be
Mount Kit won.
Let's start with the percentage chance of Blues staying in the league with 2 points off the drop.
I'm confident with it.
You have to. You have to look at the respective squads, in and around the bottom of the league, and say that there's no way we should go down. When we're at our best, where we're playing well, there's no way we're worse than Burton. There's no way we're worse than Sunderland, but we're better than Bolton as well. So we should not go down. I'd say I'm still 75%. I'm more confident this season than I was last season under Zola.
Definitely.
I'd convinced myself around about probably around this time, mid-Feb, end of Feb. I'd convinced myself under Zola that we were going down.
Brentford at home, Barnsley at home, Forest away. They're not doing so good at the moment, are they?
No, and they struggle at home as well. Their home record's not good.
Borough away,
tough.
Cardiff away,
tough.
Very, very tough.
Yeah.
Then
I think home games we've still got. You've got to look at our home games. I think we've got Barnsley to come at home.
The Dirty
We've got
Dingles.
Ipswich to come at home.
Burton
We've got
to come at home.
Burton. We've got Hull to come at home.
Yeah.
So there's big opportunities there. Home games against teams who are fighting with us for relegation, and we've got to make the most of those home fixtures.
We've also got Wolves away, Sheffield
Forget
United
that.
at home.
Forget the Wolves away.
Queen's Park Rangers away.
But as you joke about it, that they might be safe. I think they'll be safe by then. So that's the sort of game you want. That's the sort of you want teams with not a lot to play for.
Fulham away.
Home.
At home, beg your pardon. Fulham at home, beg your pardon.
Yeah.
So that will conclude the season. Oh, I could tell it was getting close.
That'd be good.
It was light.
That'd be fun, wouldn't it? That if we're safe by the last day.
Oh yeah.
And then we've got Fulham at home, and we're safe. And Fulham
need to
challenging B6
for the second
spot. And we throw it like they did at Blackburn last year. How terrible would that be?
Well, I'm hoping that it'll be well before then that we'll be safe.
Yeah. You hope so, certainly. Yeah.
I'm sure Cottrell can turn him around. I mean, he's an experienced manager. One or two things that we've seen that he can, if he listens to what we're saying to him.
Exactly.
We can get better.
Yeah.
We can get better. He's got the experience. He's got the knowledge. And once again, I mean, I was one of the biggest fans to put him in there when I've done that little thing for Channel 5. And the week after they've signed him. So, I want him to succeed, to be honest. And
we all do.
And we've got let's be honest, we've got the players. We've got the players. And I think if we can just get the balance and have a bit of luck as well. In football, is a lot of luck.
Yeah.
Getting the ball from the second ball. We've not been getting it.
No.
We had it for a little while. Then we've lost it again. Let's hope we can just get it, and let's hope for tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can pick it up. Be confident, and let's give him a bit of encouragement. To be honest,
Leslie Patterson says, "Mick, you're the nicest person I've come across, and you apparently do Boston good curries as well." So there you are.
Thanks.
Sorry, who was that?
Leslie Patterson.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Leslie.
There you are. Gary Lineker kebab. Steve Moose.
It's gone.
Still.
You're not going to be.
Stop it. No more.
Check and Doi Fu Young. No, that wasn't very good, that one. Lucas Said. Yeah.
That was awful. That was awful.
We've also right. Paul Gill says, Chris, which game have we played the best this season? Ignore Sunderland as they were useless. I'd say against Cardiff, personally, at home.
I think.
I've got to agree with you. They played really well that
Yeah,
match.
they were good then.
Yeah.
That was the Friday night, wasn't it?
And away game for me is Reading.
Reading away has got to be up there.
It was a pretty much
Leeds at home. Thought Leeds at home. We were pretty good all the way through that as well.
yeah, we look good there.
Yeah, but and this is why it's disappointing to see us play like we did on Saturday, because we know what we're capable of when we the Reading away and Leeds at home and Cardiff at home. We're putting in these performances that
Paul Lipkis kind of sums it up. We'll probably win at Wolves and lose to Barnsley and Burton at home. That's Blues all over.
That's
telling you
Blues,
now.
isn't
We ain't winning.
Nothing
at Wolves.
surprises you about Blues.
Yeah.
That'd surprise me about Blues if we won at Wolves. No way.
Yeah. Are we all saying that we'll probably miss out on the playoffs, MP Taylor?
I think
I'm
that's
quite convinced
just
about
about
that.
Should we try for next year?
certain now. I think that is,
Well, how many games are left? 11, is it? Something like
No. No, I mean we're not. Stop it. No.
just stop it quicker
just
than
quicker than the food footballers. Yeah, for God's sake.
Steve Smith Cottrell has got to go. I've heard a lot of that just lately. Team for tomorrow, Matt Wilkes.
You definitely going to make changes.
The more I think about it, I'm inclined to go 3 at the back, like Mick said, and bring in Morrison, put Bramwell left wing back,
Colin and
get people around Gallic. If you have to go long, go long. And listen, we haven't got the midfielders to control the ball, so if you have to go long and bypass the midfield, then so be it. Because we're not going to blow teams away with our midfield prowess, are we? So, you could play 5 at the back, and
play 5 up front. Then,
you could play the three up top. Still, you could still play the 3 up top, and you've got that. As long as they're working hard to get back and get into shape when we're out of possession. I think that would be the way I'd go. Actually, yeah.
I'd just go for the route one. Go for route one, because at the end of the day, we haven't got that skill to keep playing the ball round.
Well,
We
yes,
haven't created nothing.
That's what
So
it's
route
strange.
one. If you ever look at route one, anything can happen from a flick. We've got to have the people to feed on. And I think if you can even play 2 big strikers later on in the game, if the game's 0-0, you've just got to go for all this dilly-dallying. It's doing us no good.
No.
Have we created anything? No. So let's go for route one. Route one, you've always got a chance of scoring goals. You definitely have. Any flick on, second ball, boom.
As long as your players are played in the right place, though.
We scored 3 goals at Sheffield Wednesday, and we didn't pass them through the park, did we? There was a couple of lucky goals. One the keeper let slip through.
Luck that you need.
Exactly, but if the ball's in their box, you got more chance of
doing
the ball of scoring than if Jason Lowe's passing it sideways again on the halfway line.
Les says Mick knows me as Rambo.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, you got it now. All right. Penny says, forget the relegation party. I'm having a Villa not getting promoted party. Loving that one.
that'd be good.
Loving that one. Sorry, players aren't great. They're second rate from Adrian Osborne. 42 points left, apparently, Paul Gill's telling me.
Yeah. But everybody else has got 42 points
Absolutely.
to play for as well.
Yeah.
So
the teams above us are going to keep continuing to win.
Exactly.
They're going to.
I think
it's not like they're going to stop playing and just.
I think
not
tomorrow
pick up any
night as
points.
well, Bolton plays Sunderland.
Yeah.
And
Which you want to
I
draw?
think Barnsley play Hull, possibly. Or there's 2 other teams
Yeah,
in and around us
there's 2
that
clashes.
play.
Burton have played somebody as well. So you want all them to draw.
And if
even
we
us to
can
draw
pick
as
someone
well.
up, yeah.
Pick anything up from the goal. Anything.
And then
you
go
gotta
on to
go for
Barnsley then.
Goal for Barnsley.
Yeah.
You got to go for goal.
Barnsley have won 1 game since they won on New Year's Day away at Sunderland. They haven't won since then. The last game
But
they won before
to
that
be honest,
was when
statistics
they
don't
beat
mean
us.
nothing to us. Teams, we go on Millwall, but they've never done the double. They've done the double. The team, we've never won there we've never won. forget the stick. Let's just go for goal and go for broke.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. Spam
know,
Gallagher, that was another one that came in, but I think the winner
Right,
was.
we're going to stop now. Yeah.
No, the winner was definitely.
It was Chicken Tikka Mo Salah.
And he was the Chicken Tikka.
Is it Malkeatsy?
Chicken Tikka
Mal
Mo Salah.
Kit, yeah.
Mr. Brown is.
Can he get a hat?
If he gets a prize, does he get a prize?
Can he get a hat?
Mo Salah was. There we go.
Can I
Get in
have a
touch
hat?
with Chris Brown and we'll give you a.
Chris, I
prize.
know Mal, so if you got it here, I'll drop it to him.
Yeah, okay,
David Curry says, remember, we haven't scored in 16 games this season.
Yeah.
16 games.
He scored 11 goals at home this season. It's woeful. Absolutely woeful. And we wonder why we're fighting relegation.
Adrian Harris, I don't know if really is with this one. Playing Doyle striker is the answer, as he can head the ball. Leave it there.
Stop
it! Leave it there.
It's obviously a massive wind-up, and I'm bored of it.
You know it's right, Chris.
There's nothing right about that. Absolutely nothing right.
And for what you were saying a few minutes ago, Mark Walker says that's we've got the wrong manager for that, Mick. He's so negative. So there we are.
Yeah.
There we are.
I think he's
just
more.
20 minutes to go. There's not a lot of comedy coming in today. Dutch Mike, no Dutch Mike then for tomorrow. Booked
No
and
Dutch
sent
Mike
off.
for the next two.
But for the next two, but that wipes his record clean. Though,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
yeah. You can start again then.
How many is it? 10.
10.
10.
Yeah, but
okay.
Davis is in the same boat as well. So when Davis comes back,
Yeah.
obviously you'll be worrying about him as well, missing 2 games. Because the combative style that he plays in, you'd
he's
expect
gonna
him to
become
get a
someone,
yellow
yeah.
card at some point. So obviously you've got that worry as well. But without Keefton Beld, you really are. I mean, you really are looking. No Davis, no Keefton Beld. You're looking short of options in that midfield then.
Endor, Low.
And Lowe and Gardner. That's your 3, isn't it? Really. So if you're going to play 3 in the midfield, you've got no options. That is your.
To be honest, I'd throw Chew Adams in there.
Yeah.
Just beyond
Put
the
Shay in
striking.
there, innit?
Because he's got the look. Keep
Well, I
him
was
on.
tempted for that on Saturday. Yeah.
Just get him beyond
Yeah.
there. He's got the pace, the flick
Yeah.
runs. Let's go route
Doesn't
one,
need
route
to.
one, route one, yeah.
It's not 4-4-2.
Yeah.
It's
But
not.
you just
It's
play-
not 2 up front.
No, but just
Adams,
play-
but if
yeah.
you've got Adams supporting Gallagher,
Because of the
rather
reason.
than
Yeah.
Gallagher winning a header and nobody
yeah.
within 20
The
yards
thing
of
is,
it.
with Adams, he can pick the ball up, he can go around
Yeah.
and he can score.
Yeah.
You know, if you have a look at the goals he scored,
But his turn against
turn and
Huddersfield
goal,
in the
his
cup.
turn
Yeah.
and goal.
Beautiful finish.
so
Nice goal.
that's an option.
Yeah, definitely.
Toughy tomorrow night. Toughy, real tough game.
game.
Yeah,
tomorrow
real
night.
tough. They're a good
predictions
side.
for tomorrow from yourself.
They're a good side. They are. They've still got an outside chance of playoffs. They'll believe that they've got an outside chance of playoffs. I want to give us something, but I don't think I can.
Head
2-0
roll in your heart.
Brentford. 2-0 Brentford.
2-0 Brentford. I'm going 2-0 Brentford. That was already in my head before you'd said that. So there you are.
I got 1-1.
1-1. Nick.
I'm good for the draw.
I hope our Brentford boys
I'm good for the draw.
raise their games.
Also, yeah,
They really put it on. Yeah,
Yeah.
they raise their games. Hopefully.
Mrs.
hope
Brown.
Sorry?
Prediction for tomorrow night.
1-0 Blues.
1-0 Blues. Adrian.
1-1.
1-1. There's a little bit more positivity.
Don't know what's
in
going
the,
on in that room.
in the button room.
all the beers are in that
Just
room.
thinking about the players that we have had from Brentford,
Yeah.
I think Hotter should start tomorrow.
Well, Adrian
He
Harris
knows.
just said.
He knows the pitch.
Yeah.
Adrian Harris has just
He
said
knows
he put
that
Hotter
pitch.
and Adams on from the start.
He knows the pitch. That's his home ground,
That's his
and
home.
Something to
he's been
prove,
tremendous on that ground. I've seen a few of his games and some of his clips.
Yeah,
He hasn't done it for us yet,
yeah.
and maybe, hopefully, he can do something tomorrow.
Brett Stanley 0-2. Adrian Harris put Hotter and Adams on from the start. Craig Coates 2-1 Blues. Alison Shorten 3-0 Brentford. Robert Doyle always been Blues bias, but I'm a broken man. 2-0 Brentford. Been saying the same. Ray Dean can at least run with the ball and play a pass. That is,
He's comfortable with it, isn't he?
Brentford 1
Well,
Blues 2 from Ray.
I've said it before about the possibility of Dean playing
Yeah,
midfield, but
okay.
you want him at the back then.
Kev Kelly Shea Adams are supposed to get beyond the opposition's defence. Kevin French 3-0 Brentford. David Webster disgraceful challenge Delph. I didn't see it. Bleepy Racy 2-1 Blues. 3-1 Blues from Stevie Gill. Chris Rutter, I've put a tenner on us tomorrow 9-2. Keep right on. Good luck with losing that.
I'll have a bit of that. 92.
Not that we advocate betting.
Kev
on
Kelly
the
2-2.
social.
Warren was
Always
1-1.
gamble responsibly.
442.
All right,
Paul Gill says only put Hodge on if Brentford will go down to 10. That will level it up then. Robert Doyle 2-0 to the Smelly Flag. Here they go. Jason Drennan 1-1. Blues win 0-1 from Kevin Drayman. All kicking off at Wigan apparently. Martin Swinscoe, if you could enlighten us as to what's kicking off at Wigan.
Nothing could possibly kick off at Wigan. Dower, horrible northern town.
Have you been?
Oh, I've been too many times.
Yeah.
To
We're still on the old grass bank.
Horrible place.
Dear me, back in the day.
Miserable.
Ray Price 3-0 Brentford's. Sorry, you don't need to apologise. It's it's all about opinions. Okay, then we've got a crunch match on Saturday. Barnsley at home.
That's the big, eh?
It is. It is. We said
don't win that, and Monday will be tough. It'll be tough to sit here on Monday and be positive if we haven't won against. If we haven't won, we haven't got anything at Brentford, and we don't beat Barnsley. That's a tough show. That is next week.
Well, the minimum we're looking for is 4 points for this week. So you'll have something to talk about.
I think 3.
I don't. We'll, about 4 points.
We'll struggle tomorrow, but
I
we've got to
think
beat
that,
Barnsley.
the opportunity. He's got the players here. He hasn't. He did this if he ain't got the players here. If he gets a balance and he gets it right, we'll check something from tomorrow's game.
Apparently, the managers are fighting in the tunnel.
What?
It's all going on at Wigan.
Crazy.
Luke Gibbs, don't beat Barnsley, we're going down simple. Ex-Villa man Delph has been sent off. Never mind, eh? Saturday 6-0 Blues to Adrian Harris. I hope so, mate. It would just cheer a few faces up, that wouldn't it? Pete Taylor's going 2-1 Brentford, 2-0 Barnsley. Blues to win that one. David Webster win 1-0. Blues to beat Barnsley 2-1 from Ray.
I'd be disappointed if we concede to Barnsley there.
David Webster
they are on a really bad run.
I bet you all can't wait to watch the Wigan game, lads. Is it on later?
I don't know. Well, it's on now, isn't it?
It's on now, is it?
Yeah.
It's on now. Oh, right, yeah, of course, yeah.
Cup.
FA Cup, isn't it? Yeah, of course, yeah. Dave Twine says, play the Christmas tree formation tomorrow with players with an actual tree. Will be sharp wherever he runs and give the ref a needle. Blah, blah, blah.
Very good.
Cheer us up if we lose at home. Barnsley, could Nick eat a Balti pie live on the show? Yes, Kevin Kelly. I will make sure I get one and do that. There you go. I'm going to try another one anyway. I've said I'll try another one. Could you get me an uncooked one for next Monday?
That's just utterly vile. Definitely not. Definitely not.
Rob Dawes says, is the Wigan game rugby or football? We haven't got it on here, so we don't know. Beg your pardon. Great idea, live rate my pie. There you go, I'll do that. There's no reason why I can't do it, is there?
Always at the forefront of
thought
of the of the footballing broadcasting world.
Can I get a pie midweek? Is there anywhere open at the
where
for visitors and that? I could perhaps talk to the club and see if I could leave me one on the reception.
I wouldn't have thought so.
On Monday.
I very much doubt
I'll try it.
You can ask.
You could microwave it here, couldn't you, Chris? Ping it, a la ping. You could have it.
You can ask, but it's.
And once again, Sharon Hudson joins the show with 13 minutes to go. Wakey. Right, so it is all kicking off. Managers have put their handbags away at Wigan. 2 managers in the tunnel fighting, and Pepper's fully lost his rag in the tunnel. Yeah. Can't be bad.
How'd you lose your rag at Wigan?
Jason Drenner says, I'm back for Saturday game. I missed the last 2 home games. Well, welcome back, Jason. Try a pie and let us know how you feel. You know what I mean? Try a pie. Best meat and potato pies were at Millmore and Old Trafford. No, I've never been to Old Trafford.
Millmore was Rotherham's Old Trafford.
Millmore.
I've never been to Old Trafford.
Oh,
No, never been. Never been.
really?
Yeah. I've never been to the Baggies Ground either, believe it or not.
Get
No,
lost.
seriously, I've never been to the Baggies Ground.
What?
No, honestly, I've never ever been to a Baggies game.
That's astonishing.
I know.
That is. If we stay up this year, you'll be able to go next year.
Steve Smith wants to know if there's any decent pies in Utoxic. I'll tell you what, mate, I wouldn't trust Greg's if I or any other pie suppliers.
Just
up and
side
down the high
note
street.
on West Brom as well, as we're talking about him. Who had Gareth Barry? Who had
Oh,
Gareth
no
Barry
way.
as the irresponsible one?
No.
I thought
Or Mile.
I thought he was a really good boy, Gareth Barry.
No.
Didn't see him stealing a taxi, did you?
They could be in serious amounts of trouble for this. Serious amounts of trouble.
I know, yeah.
You know, the European courts and you know, demand they go back and answer the charges.
I mean, what are you doing going to McDonald's? Professional footballers on a training camp in Barcelona.
Looking for the Balti pie.
Well, yeah, probably, yeah. They go, first off, they're heading to McDonald's, and they're too drunk to get served. So they call a taxi, and then they ask the taxi driver to go and get him to get him to McDonald's, and they steal his taxi, and it's Gareth Barry in it. Oh, I mean, you'd understand. You know, if it was kids, people would be screaming, "Oh, you know, these kids nowadays have got too much money, too much money too quickly, and they've got no respect for the game." And actually, it's the guy who's played nearly 700 Premier League games, Johnny Evans, who's played for Man United, and Jake Livermore, who cost 10 million. And
I don't know how true this is, but Paul Gill says the judge has said there's not enough to charge them with, even though they've admitted it.
Strange, isn't it?
Very strange, yeah.
Money talks.
Oh, please don't mention that. Surely not, sir. Surely not. So you won a Man of the Match award as a referee. Pardew has turned Barry into a geezer after being there for a month. Calling.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
And of course, KFC have run out of chicken as well, haven't they?
Have they?
600 KFC shops have shut because they've run out of chicken.
Get lost.
Yeah, that's true.
Seriously?
Yeah, that's
absolutely true.
Yeah.
Genuinely true.
Genuinely true. Google it now.
Blimey.
600 have closed down.
I think they've changed their supplier. They've had issues with their food chain. So
it's the transporters apparently,
and then
decided to change the transporters, and then that was it.
My goodness,
all went wrong from there.
Chaos.
I had a bucket yesterday, actually.
Panic on the streets of England.
No chicken at KFC, thanks Dave Webster.
My God.
Yeah. Right, Jamie Bevan says you'd rather nick a taxi and possibly get arrested and then have to pay for the baggies than have to pay the baggies.
Yeah.
Still crazy, you can't get your head round it.
But you know what, from a fan's perspective as well, they've had an awful season.
Yeah.
Bottom of the Premier League. You know, they got they changed manager and it hasn't turned around so far, and then to go on a warm weather training to Barcelona and then to have your experience, but like I said, to have your experienced pros do it.
Pete Taylor says they've all been told they'll never play for the Baggers again. 8 other players have admitted to being in the booth. Yeah, joke of the night, that one so far. Keep on coming into the last 10 minutes we go. All chicken was sold to make my chicken Balti pie, apparently. Yeah, so
okay.
I will try one and I will bring one in. I'll try one at the ground Saturday and I'll bring one in and eat it live. I don't know whether I'm going to get it home or it might be in a bit of a mushy mess by the time I get it here. I'll try my best.
In a good style.
And Pardew said the 4 players in the taxi will know. Okay, we've got that one. Somebody else has done that one as well.
Resigned to relegation, you hire someone like Pardew.
Yeah,
Ray Hobro says KFC run out of chicken, but we've got chicken doy.
Oh.
Come on, you can't knock it, can you? You can't knock it. Bleepy Razy reckons most of it's not cooked properly. Would you agree with that?
What?
I've never.
KFC chicken or Balti pies?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Make yourself known, Bleepy. Come on. We're talking KFC. We're talking Balti pies.
You wouldn't have thought we in dire straits staring relegation in the face, would you? With 2 important games coming up, and in the last half an hour we're talking about KFC running out of chicken and Balti pie.
Nick.
Yes, sir.
We need a very quick 30-second plug for a very good charity. That,
I do. You also...
Aid and Nick and Mick are going to tell you all about it. So
okay.
Just ask quickly, Aid, what it's all about then?
It's just to do with a charity called Kids Needs Both Parents. They will be being Birmingham City's matchday sponsor for one of the games. But also they are holding an event on the 26th of May, Saturday.
Yeah.
Which will it's a family day. It's free for all. There'll be opportunities to play on the football pitch for various people. There's going to be charity football games on there, live music, and various other things going on through the day. It will be between 10 and 9 o'clock on the night, 10 in the morning obviously, and 9 on the night. Mick knows a lot about Sharon and Craig and Rob who run the charity.
Fantastic people they are, great people.
And you know, hopefully we'll all be involved in some way or another, just promoting the day.
Yeah, well, Blues for All are going to help them as well.
Yeah,
on the day, we've offered our services to them because they're absolutely fantastic people and they do a wonderful job. And I hope everybody who's listening can give us that support on that day, please. Thank you.
Anyone fancies volunteering in any way, just get in touch.
Fantastic. Yes, get in touch with Mick or Mick either through Facebook on
Twitter,
Blues for All or Twitter Blues
_4_all.
At Blues _4_all. I'll get in touch with them if there's anything you can do, anything you can think of, anything that brilliant, wonderful ideas you lot can come up with to give these guys a hand. And I'm sure they'll be very appreciative and very accommodating.
Thank you.
And very accommodating. Right at the beginning of the show, somebody's anniversary today. Who was it?
Steve. Was it Steve Portman?
Yeah, I thought it was, yeah. Very happy anniversary to Steve Portman.
I'd like to send my best to him, because he's probably on his way to hospital now, because after admitting that it's his anniversary today, and he's listening to the show, and he hasn't got his partner or anything, because he forgot.
Well, Beck, you actually listened to the show on holiday in Jamaica, did you not?
I did.
There you go.
I did. I'm still here.
Anniversary, though. Anniversary is a bit of a tough one, isn't it?
No.
Oh, I don't know.
No.
That's a bit of play. What?
Was there a red card?
Yeah, there was a red card a minute ago, yeah.
Good old Dale. Dale Savage. Welcome to the show, Dale.
Welcome to the show. We're going to tell your friends that pretty much all of this is spelt right. There was a song bounded around a couple of weeks ago. I don't know whether any of you saw it, and I put it together. And I can't possibly say the words because it was far too naughty.
Oh.
But oh my God, it had me in stitches. It had me in absolute stitches. If you've not seen it, remind me at the end of the I'll show you, but I couldn't possibly put it on there.
No.
Oh dear me, dear me, dear me. Bleepy Racy says getting divorced now, and it's the KFCs that apparently aren't cooked properly.
Oh, okay.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
I had a bucket yesterday and it tasted fine to me.
Yeah.
And I made it to work and I made it here. So.
You ate all the chicken.
That's
all the chicken.
Who ate all the chicken and who ate all the pies?
Yeah. But I saw that one lad was rumbling around Birmingham because his kids really wanted a KFC yesterday. He went to 3 and no chicken. So,
It's a blur.
Yeah. Oh well, hey ho. Right, okay, we must pack the midfield against Brentford, says Kevin Damon. Do you reckon that's the case, or do you reckon we should push?
If we did that, it's a case of we're just trying to probably hold them and consolidate and probably trying to nick something. But
I mean, they keep the ball for fun. Brentford, when they come to St Andrews, they looked far more confident,
really good football inside,
superior football inside, like it's home Vic. So they'll keep it all day long, and it'll be difficult to get it back off them if we lose it. So we need to keep the ball a lot better than we have done, than we did on Saturday, certainly.
Whereabouts are they in the table? Brentford, 10th currently. So they're
still in with a shout of playoffs.
They're still there.
47 points.
6 points.
Yeah, 6 points off playoffs. Yeah,
so they're definitely in the mix still. So they'll be looking at tomorrow night as a real chance to get that push. I think they've only won one of the last 4, I think. So they've been off the boil a little bit, but they'll be looking at tomorrow night as a real chance to get back on it and get that push going again.
Just hopefully we can just step it up.
We're only 23 points off the playoffs.
It's exciting, isn't it?
We need to put the foot on the pedal. We do as the Blues.
Yeah.
That's what we need to do.
Just got that energy and that passion back,
and get a bit of passion, get that drive, enthusiasm that we had a few games ago. Seem to have trained it again. So it's about confidence.
Yeah.
And I think if we start well, I think we'll get something out of the game. Definitely will.
Yeah, that's tempo that we had against Sunderland.
Yeah.
Steve Portman says she's done well to keep me for 7 years. bless him. We missed Digger on Saturday from Carl Field, and somebody else has agreed with that. When's he back?
Next game,
he picked up an injury in the derby, didn't he? So
they haven't actually said anything.
We need him back tomorrow.
Yeah, hopefully soon. Yeah, that midfield's lacking that drive and that intensity when he's not.
When he's on it,
that probably Bashy we need.
Yeah.
Bashy. The Brummy Bashers.
Well, we need a bit of fight anyway. Just definitely.
Yeah.
Dave Twine, great show, lads. Thanks, Dave. Nice one to you, mate. I can't believe it's 2 minutes to 9 already. Kev Kelly reckons that Brentford are that team to make the late run for the playoffs.
Possibly, yeah.
And Racers cut out the misplaced passes and make Brentford work for the ball. That is a big.
That'd be lovely, wouldn't it? You know, like I say, we haven't shown that all season really, where we've kept the ball for long periods of time. So, it's tough to expect it to work overnight. But like you say, you hope you can nick something.
Brentford, Seaport and Brentford away from the anniversary. She's watching the kids. Smiley, smiley. There you go, top man. I'm gonna like that. Nice one.
Not helping matters, Steve.
He's a proper blue nose. All right, okay, Mick and Mick, thanks ever so much for coming in.
Thanks
nice
for
to
having
meet
us.
you guys.
Yeah,
thank you for having
Keep
us.
up the amazing work that you're doing. And just have a quick shout out for that charity called Kids Need Both Parents. Look that up if you wish. And also, don't forget, somebody is in need. One of their Birmingham City fans is in need. Accessi Blues are looking for a kind fan who would be able to pick up a disabled fan from Acox Green for every match for the remainder of the season. Please contact Steve Portman if he's still alive tomorrow. This has been the Tilton Talk Show. Chris Pugh, thank you very much indeed. Chris Brown, thank you. Adrian, thank you very much. Mick and Mick, thank you guys for coming in.
Thanks again. Cheers.
Wonderful. We told you it'd go quick, but you just don't realise when you sat here just how quick they do go
Right.
sometimes. You know, crazy. Anyway, 6 points up for grabs. How many can we get?
3.
This mood will tell you next Monday. Ta-ra. Keep right on.
Keep on.
Keep right on.
Plenty of people did. Was that logo coming up a queue for us to mention it? The logo was our cue to. Yeah.